KSFY.
Sunrise over Mobridge, a layer of fog rolls over the Missouri River. Work starts early around here. A cracking egg, a sizzling griddle, and at the auction barn, more cattle ready to hit the block, a move of silent desperation.
You can't compete with the cost of feed to feed cattle, which are already at a little bit of a deflated value.
Dean Ulmer runs the auction barn. He says cattle prices are way down, feed prices way up, as much as $130 a ton, if not more. With no way to make ends meet, more cattle are being sold. Entire ranches have hit the block since August, and more likely will.
If we don't get any moisture this year, the hardest effect of the drought will first come in May and June when we don't have no early season grass. Those guys that are wondering what to do, then that'll just clear their thoughts and that'll force them out. That'll force them out for a year or 2 years or maybe for good.
The rhythm of the auctioneer weaves a song of dreams realized and dreams dashed. Cow after cow hits the arena. Bidders are waiting with auction cards in hand, looking for deals.
This ultimately is a story about the failure of Mother Nature, but this is also a story of falling prices and falling spirits. But we were able to find one of our old friends who has made it through, barely.
6 months ago, Pat Thorstenson was still grazing much of his cattle on land southeast of town, but he was fearful he would soon have to sell. Now, Pat helps out at the auction barn.
We moved the calves off the pastures early because everything was drying up. We moved them off probably a month late or a month earlier.
But amazingly, he hasn't had to sell any of his cattle. He was able to buy some irrigated feed, and it's carried him through so far.
We're going to sell our calves here pretty early because our corn crop didn't turn out very good, so we don't have as much corn as we normally do.
And that's the danger of a drought. With crops and cattle so connected, one affects the other. Mobridge moisture is non-existent, and Pat knows what happens if they don't get some soon.
Cows will be going then. You know, the grass just is not going to come. The dams and the waters are going to be a lot worse.
Some producers have survived the dry spell. It has consumed others and will likely drive more out of business. And while it would be nice to say there's a light at the end of the tunnel, there won't be one until it rains. In Mobridge, Brian Allen, Dakota First News.